Hello everybody, my name is Matilda and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I wanted to do a super bronzy, glowy, warm bronze goddess makeup look. As you can see, I've already got some makeup on. I've got my base and then a little bit of other stuff. So I'm just going to be building on the makeup that I've already got on and creating a super bronzy look for you guys. I feel like this kind of look looks good on pretty much everybody, so definitely a good look for you to have in your makeup repertoire. I like to do this look when I'm shooting clothing, so I am going to be taking a picture of this playsuit that I'm wearing right now, and I really love to do this bronzy look for when I'm taking pictures because I find it really stands out in photos and it just looks really beautiful. So I am going to try and talk through this video. I'm normally not very good at this because when I'm doing my makeup I get really quiet because I'm trying to focus, but I will try my best to actually talk through this video. If it turns out shit, it might go to a voiceover and you'll see my mouth moving with no words coming out. But I'm going to try my best to actually talk you guys through this makeup because I don't normally do that kind of video on my channel. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to zoom you guys in and let's get started. Alright, so we are nice and close and personal now. So I've already obviously got my base on and I've primed my lids and everything, done my brows, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of just going to build on what I've already got on my face right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is take my Juvia's Place, the Saharan palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Katsina. And I'm just going to apply that all in the crease. And as you can see, these eyeshadows are very, very pigmented, like ridiculously pigmented. And I'm kind of just applying that really messily. I'm really messy with my makeup. I'm not like super neat by any means. I kind of just like to slap it on and then work on blending it out later. So I'm basically applying the brush right in the crease of my eye and just with back and forth motions, just fluffing that all up in the crease, and I'm taking it pretty high because I want this bronzy look to be like super smoked out and like very, very blended out and just bronze everywhere. So I've just turned the brightness down on my camera a little bit so hopefully you can see the color a bit better because it's coming off heaps darker in real life than it is on camera. I don't know why. Alright, happy with that one. I don't really have a plan necessarily for this look. I'm kind of just bronze is what I'm going with. So next up I'm taking some Cocoa Bear, which is just a dark matte brown, and I'm just applying that in the crease as well because I want to make that brown a bit darker. I think with like a bronzy look you don't want to be too like orangey warm. At least in my mind, bronze isn't like really warm copper. It's more like a browny gold, if that makes any sense at all. So I'm keeping it to like more neutrally browns rather than super warm browns. So I'm pretty much just applying this colour kind of over the top of the first colour we put down just to deepen it up a bit, and in a second I'm going to go back in with that first colour just to bring back that colour a little bit because we've kind of lost it under all of that dark brown. So I'm going back in with that Juvia's Place shade. What is it called? Katsina. I don't know why I have to say it like that. It makes it more exciting. I feel like these bronzy looks are kind of synonymous with the beach. So you don't want to use like black or anything. You kind of want to keep all the colours in that bronzy brown family just to really get that glowy look. So we're not going like super dark. I mean, obviously you could, if you wanted to make this like a night out look, you could add some black to deepen it up a bit more, but I'm just going to keep it in the browns family. So now we're gonna start getting glowy. I'm gonna go in with Pretentious by Makeup Geek, and this is kind of like a deep bronzy gold color. And I'm just taking that on a flat shader brush. I'm kind of just applying it to the outer third and then taking it a little bit up into the crease. And I'm just gonna take our blending brush and just lightly blend that with our transition colors. So now I'm going back with the Juvia's Place palette, and I'm taking this one, which is called Senegal, and just a really nice bronze color. I think that would be like the definition of bronze, this color. And I'm just applying that to the inner kind of half to 2/3 of the lid. And that's just gonna, as you can see, give us that pop of bronze on the eye. And then I'm going back in with a little bit of Pretentious and just kind of meshing those two colors together nicely. Now to define the lash line a little bit, I'm going back in with Mocha. I feel like I called this Cocoa Bear before, but it is Mocha, and I'm going to just run that along my upper lash line. And to define the lash line a teeny bit more, I'm taking the black from the Juvia's Place palette and I'm just putting that in the same kind of area. And I'm just kind of blending out the edges of that black so it's nice and seamless with the other colours. I'm just taking a little bit more of Pretentious, just because I want to smoke out that colour a little bit more on the outer corner, just so that we're looking nice and smoky. So now I'm going to pop on some lashes and I will be right back. So that was a mission and a half. This lash did not want to stay on. The inner corner was just flicking up and then my eye was watering, but they're on, finally. So now let's move on to the lower lash line. So I'm gonna take Katsina again. Sorry, Katsina! And I'm just gonna apply that to the lower lash line and kind of smoke it out pretty low. I really prefer a super smoked out lower lash line. I just think it makes the eye look a lot bigger and just more defined. So I really like to smoke out the color pretty far down, and I'm just making sure I'm connecting it to the smoked out outer corner of the top lid as well, just so it creates like a nice round connected look. So now I'm taking some Mocha and smudging that on the lower lash line as well, just to deepen up that brown color. And over the top of that, I'm also going to take some Pretentious just to tie in the bronze of the lid into the lower lash line. And finally, I'm going to take some of the Senegal shade, which was that lighter bronze, and just apply that right there. So I don't want this to be too intense on the lower lash line, but I still want to kind of tie into the lid a little bit. Eyes watering again. Please don't. Please don't. My inner corner highlight, I'm taking some Prosecco Pop, which is a pretty gold shade, and just applying that to the inner corner. I already had some highlighter there, but I just wanted to make it a little bit more gold, and I'm also applying that to the brow bone. So this is how the eyes are looking. I'm just going to zoom you guys out and bronze up the skin a little bit as well, just to tie the whole look together. So first I'm going to take some MAC Give Me Sun just on this big fluffy brush. Just going to swirl that around, tap off some of the excess, and just apply that where I normally bronze, so that's just kind of over the cheekbones and cheeks. I'm taking this pretty far in, kind of on the apples of the cheeks as kind of like a blush pretty much, just because I want this to look like super bronze. And I'm taking it up where my temples are and a little bit on the forehead as well. So to make it even more bronze, I'm taking some MAC Global Glow on a slightly smaller brush, and I'm just kind of applying that to more the tops of the cheekbones, kind of as like a middleman between the bronzer and the highlight that we're going to put on. And I'm also going to apply a little bit of that to the nose just to get that kind of like sun-kissed, bronzy, been out in the sun look, and a little bit to the top of my lip as well. I'm taking Rose Spritz from the Jaclyn Hill palette and just applying that just kind of like above our bronzer. I don't want to apply too much blush because I feel like I want to keep the focus on the bronziness. And finally for highlight, I'm taking Prosecco Pop again and just applying that to all the areas that we normally highlight. More gold tone highlighter is perfect for a bronzy look because I think it just matches the eyes really, really well. And it kind of just plays up the bronziness of the skin. And finally for lips, I'm taking my Gerard Cosmetics lip liner in Nude. And then I'm also going in with the Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in Nude as well. And I feel like with such a glowy skin look we need glossy lips as well, so I'm taking my ABH Undressed lip gloss and just putting that all over my lips. And this is our finished bronzed goddess look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you got some makeup inspiration from the look that I did today. If you do recreate this look, don't forget to tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your recreations. As always, if you liked this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more from me. It helps me out so much and I would love to have you as a part of my little YouTube family. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate it and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!